comment, what you just said about we got to, um, be more like Christ. But in the world today, that us to, we can't do that. That is our thing.
Well, let me share something. The same God that was back then is the same God now. Think about this. Think about this. The people that lived at Corinthian, they were they were a wealthy people, right? They had wealth. But not only did they have wealth, but what else did they have? What else did they engage in? Huh? Immorality. They had sin. 1,000 preachers, prophets, rolled up a breaking down the street at night. It was said that anything or individual was looking for when he got to Corinth, he would find. And he would never go back home. Yeah. It's out there then. It's out there now. But we have to make what? A choice.
Well, maybe so, but sometimes you got to put down.
Wait a minute. We have made the choice. And here's what I'm saying to you. It's not an overnight process for some people.
Okay.
Am I right about it?
Yes, sir.
Huh? But yeah. It's a process. It's a process. Listen what Jesus talked about the process. He said, if a man hits you on one side of the cheek, what do you say? Turn the other side. Isn't that a process? Well, you ain't got there yet. Then he said, if a one asks you for your coat, you say, give him your coat. That's what Jesus said. So, you don't want to be like Moses. You want to be like Jesus. So that means you got a little work to do. Well, you got work to do. Yeah. Well, anytime anybody say they satisfied where they are, they're really not anywhere. Because you don't know what you're going to encounter. One writer said you learn more from your mistakes than you do from doing the right the first time. Why? Because you will learn that you don't do it that way. So sometimes, Sister Ray, when it gets too hot, you got to walk away. Yeah, you got to walk away and tell the Lord thank you. Yeah, you got to do that. So here's what's so important. Here's what's so important. When you act other than that, then you displease, right? And one thing we don't want to do is displease the Heavenly Father. Everything we do, we want to be pleasing in His sight. And sometimes it might mean that you got to zip it. You got to be right. Because remember, doing the will of God means that you are in the state of servitude. It is the will of God that you should act like that in whatever you do. Because the world is watching you. And they're going to see what you're going to do when hard times. So, as believers, we should do it cheerfully, right? Serving the master as God's will. That's all it is. Just do it cheerfully. Serving the master as God's will. with good will, doing service as to the Lord and not to what? They should have an eye to Jesus Christ in all the service that they perform to their master. Listen, I'm doing this because it's just the right thing to do. I don't care how you take it. I'm doing it because it's a requirement from God. Let your light shine what? Before men, that they may see your what? And what? Glorify the Father which is in heaven. That's your ultimate goal, is to glorify God. So service done to their earthly master with an eye to him becomes acceptable service to God also. In other words, when you do it humbly, God is well pleased with it. Don't care what other folks say, child, how you always do that. That has caused a lot of people to be mixed up together. If I would be, when you are with you. With cheerfulness, do not take this service as a call, a bear, as a burden. But take it as coming in the order of God's providence and a thing that is pleasing to Him. When you do right, you please God. Oh, look at my child. Look how he responded. Look how he responded. That glorifies Him. And He's well pleased with what He does. Verse 8. Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same he shall receive of the Lord, whether he born or free. Look here. If you do good, I don't care if you're a slave. And you're doing it in the right manner, God is pleased with it. Your master might not give you your due reward for your fidelity and labor. That happens sometimes, though. But yet, as you have done your work unto the Lord, He will take care to give you the proper recompense. Yeah, you didn't give me enough, God, but I ain't worried about it. Because God will take care of you. And we need to live with that assurance, don't we? That, listen, you can't hurt me, I'm a child of God. And as we move on, I'm going to tell you why. Why you can't do it. No matter how hard you try, you can't do it. Verse number 9. And ye masters, do the same thing unto them. Forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is what? Neither is there a what? A respectable person with him. Act in the affectionate, conscientious manner toward your slaves and servants as they do toward you. If they show you meekness, humbleness, you ought to return the same thing. Don't you think it's the right thing to do? The word forbearing, threatening, signifies mitigate, meaning time to make less severe or more bearable. In other words, I can give you a whole lot of pain, but I'm going to try to make it more bearable. You see what I'm saying? It's just like you be out there speaking, when you stop speaking. Well, I tell you what, I don't want to. You talk so kind and gentle to me. I don't want to make up the job. So I'm just going to be good enough. You can handle that game. give you a ticket, what's going to happen? The first thing will happen, your insurance will start looking at you funny. Your insurance company. And then they're going to raise the rate on you. Because you're a rich driver. Right? So you got to accept that what he's doing to try to help you. He's trying to make it terrible for you. No, he could not give you anything. They will do that sometimes. You talk right there. You got that man, you ain't got no business talking to me, man. I ain't done nothing. You just keep on talking, and then you can be what you want. That's it. Something else is wrong with it. But if you learn how to be humble and meek, you can lose the peace and trouble with someone else. Absolutely. I've been blessed numerous of times by county officers when I worked in the city. Man, they were just so generous to me. But if I had acted the other way, then I would still be with that. So forbear and threaten, if they should transgress at any time, lean more to the side of mercy than justice. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, I'm going to give you justice, but lean to the side of what? When Moses turned around and looked at that burning bush, he really should have got justice. He could have got justice, right? But what did God do? God gave him what? He gave him mercy. He didn't pay him according to what he deserved. He gave him mercy. And that's the way it is with us sometimes. Sometimes we deserve a whole lot more than what we get. And then we still ain't satisfied. God ain't fair to you. Yes, he is fair to you. He is fair to God. So you know you put yourself at the learn how to stop at the stop sign. Just hoping that thing. You ain't stopping at that stop sign. That's not what you know you do. That's how they're going to do over the stop. When you are obliged to punish, let it be as light and moderate as possible. Don't try to shoot, okay? Let revenge have no part in chastisement. In other words, I ain't trying to get even with you stuff. Well, that is of the who? The devil. And not of God. Knowing that your master also, where is he? In heaven. You are their master, and God is your master. As you deal with them, so God will what? Deal with you. For do not think their condition on the earth is inferior to yours. That God considers them to be less worthy of his regard than you are. This is not so, for there is no respectable person with you. Now, y'all remember when we studied Acts chapter 10, right? Verse 28, when Paul said that he said unto them, ye know how that it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company with one who is from another nation. But God has shown Peter that he should not call common what he had made unclean. Y'all remember? Because when Peter was up on the housetop, having his friends in it, he said, oh no, God, I would never put nothing common unclean in my mouth. God said, Peter, what I give you don't call it what? Uncommon unclean. Then, at that same time, the leaves that sent those servants, remember? They were waiting for Peter at the gate. Come on, somebody. And then Peter opened his mouth on his way and said, of a truth, I perceive that to you? Right there. The wiles of the devil. We are not fighting against flesh and blood, are we? Against principalities, against spiritual weakness in high places, but we are fighting against who? We're fighting against Satan. Yeah, we're fighting against Satan. And we got to remember that our weapons that we fight with are not carnal. They're mighty by God and able to pull down the stronghold. Listen, if you got God on your side, you're going to be victorious. You hear me? You're going to win the battle. You're going to win the fight because he's going to endue you with power from above. You know, that word might means power. Military power, that word means power. Might means power. And that's the kind of power that we get that comes from God. It causes us to be victorious when we come into a battle with the devil. It's great. You got to leave. I'm going to tell you right now, he doesn't fight fair. You need to know that you sure enough know that you have the armor of God that will protect you from the wiles of the devil. He is faithful. He's cunning. He's crafty. And all he wants to do is get your attention. He never get your attention. Then you got to tell the devil, I hate you. He hates you. And we ain't had no healing. And the Bible gives us the perfect antidote for the allergy. Call the name of who? And he has to do what? Flee from you. You got this here. You got the spiritual weapons to fight with. What is that? The Word of God. You got what you need. You don't need nothing else. You just need the Word of God. You need to use the Word of God. It really doesn't make any difference what kind of weapons you have if you're not skillful enough to use it. It's like a man having a basketball and can't use it. All he does is have the ball. I got a basketball. What do you think? Just when the game is going good, he take his ball and go home with it. That's the end of the basketball. Never fail. This is what Jesus said. He said, before one jot or one tittle of my words shall fail. Heaven and earth. This is what he said. Heaven and earth will pass away. Jot, that's the smallest alphabet in the Hebrew language. One jot or one tittle of my words shall fail. Heaven and earth shall pass away. In other words, it's better to be in his word than to be in heaven. Let's pray. Praise God, Father, we thank you now for the word tonight. Pray that the word will find a lodging place in our hearts and we bring prophetic history and understanding. We thank you for those who are pressed their way tonight in spite of this weather. But you are in control of all things. We know that you know all about it. Bless us now and give us our various destination. Lead us, guide us, protect us, keep us, direct us, and us know. Weeping men do for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. With strong power. Precious name of Jesus, we pray.